Tensions mount within the European Union, EU, as Hungary's Prime Minister Viktor Orban intimates potential blockades against Ukraine's financial support and aspirations to EU membership during the imminent EU leaders' meeting. An intriguing, albeit contentious, political drama is unfolding within Europe's decision-making hub. Orban's suggestion casts a shadow over Ukraine's aspirations for European integration and its urgent request for financial support. The suggestion has sparked concerns within Ukraine as well as other EU member states, who are collectively assessing the potential repercussions such a move could yield. Since Russia's annexation of Crimea in 2014, Ukraine has been in a fragile state, afflicted by civil unrest and economic instability. Seeking to bolster its resilience, the country has turned to the EU for support, hoping that EU membership and increased financial aid can help it regain stability and prosperity. Such diplomatic ties can provide manifold benefits for Ukraine, including access to a larger free trade agreement, a chance to adopt legislation that aligns with the EU, and a pathway to curtail Russian pressure. However, the path to such benefits seems to be potentially thwarted by Hungary's prime minister. A stalwart Eurosceptic, Orban has been vocally critical of EU policies for a significant part of his tenure. Though the reasons behind Orban's prospective veto are not entirely clear, this move plays out Orban's historical friction with EU decisions, particularly relating to migration and internal affairs. While the EU does bear workaround strategies for such scenarios, these tend to be intricate and laborious. For instance, holding separate negotiations with each of the EU's member states or relying on Article 31 of the EU Treaty, which allows EU decisions to be made on the basis of majority voting, despite opposition from a member state. However, such strategies can elongate the process and complicate the diplomatic ties between member states. The concern here is not just about financial aid and membership to the EU, rather it bespeaks a growing discord within the EU's strategic unity. Such fissures could potentially catalyze similar blockades from other member states in the future, ostensibly undermining the univocal negotiation power that the EU holds on a global stage. As the situation unfolds, observers both within and outside the EU will be closely monitoring the outcomes, not only for the immediate repercussions for Ukraine, but for the wider ramifications on EU's foreign policy and cohesion. This unprecedented standoff reiterates the complex dynamics of EU's decision-making processes and underscores the delicate equilibrium of power within its structure. An urgent resolution is needed to ensure that the EU continues to function as a cohesive and influential global entity.